going over how to activate both your front delt and your lateral delt. I also call this shoulder flexion or lateral shoulder flexion. So both of those terms may be used or they're interchangeable. So for front delt or shoulder flexion, what we're going to do is we are going to face whatever object that we are using. Now, it doesn't matter if you're seated or standing, but you do want to make sure we're engaging the core in all movements, using our breath to control and stabilize as always. And we are going to find an object that is about shoulder height, maybe a little bit below his spine as well. I just have a bench here. Doesn't need to be anything super sturdy, as we're not putting a lot of force. These are all, again, minimal threshold activations. So we don't need anything crazy. We can also just use our own hand as resistance, but I like to use an object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the back of my hand onto the stool, and I'm going to lightly press up into it. Now, we're not pressing it so it moves. We're pressing it so we're just meeting its resistance. Basically, gravity's resistance against my hand, and I'm utilizing a pretty light object for that. And I'm going to hold this until I feel like maybe my neck or my upper traps, maybe I start clenching my jaw, maybe my forearm starts to burn, something that indicates that that is the neural edge and that something else is trying to take over. So I'm going to hold. And I feel my SCM kind of wanting to turn me a little bit. It's getting a little bit hard, so I'm going to go ahead and relax. Now, it's not hard in the sense that I couldn't keep going. It's that I'm not only feeling this front delt anymore. I'm feeling my neck start to kind of fire, my jaw kind of clench, my forearms kind of lighting up. Those are all indicators that you're at the neural edge, and then that's the end of the movement. We are just connecting to this muscle. We are not trying to make the muscle grow, things like that. Just neural connection. And so when we get into the lateral delt, same exact concept. We're just going to push the back of the hand or the back of the wrist into the chair. Again, not enough to flip it over, just enough to get that neurological connection. Making sure we're not rounding the shoulders, lifting it up to our ear, etc. We want our core to be engaged. And using our breath to just hold. Relaxing that hand. I felt my hand getting a little stiff.